build it?
Yeah, we're building it, huh? Say, ooh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Good afternoon and welcome to another video with a guy and his projects. Can you say good afternoon? Not so much. I got my little boy here with me helping me today. This is Ruben. Ruben, these are the people of the world. Today we are taking my wife's 2006 Town & Country, which is a Chrysler, and we're installing a cargo basket on the roof. Not only are we installing it, but we are going to build it and probably do a little review on it. Assembly video, all of that good stuff that goes along with it. The purpose of this basket for us is on long trips we can throw a full-size spare tire up on the roof rather than in the trunk. Not everybody likes to have a full-size tire. Not everybody even likes to have a spare tire. But if you know anything about these vehicles, especially these year ranges, I don't know about futuristically, but more current years, but the spare tire is under the van, as it usually is, but it's in a very, very, very crappy, horrible, awkward spot to get to, especially when you're here in Arizona and we have 120-degree days and the pavement's 109,000 degrees, and it's just no good to be crawling under the van to get to the tire, okay? So I like to have a full-size spare, plus if you're going from Phoenix to California, you've got 40 billion miles of straight freeway, and if you blow your tire and you put a donut on, you're stuck at 50 miles an hour for about 6 years until you get to the next gas station, which you can't even buy a tire there either. So full-size spare, definitely the way to go in my opinion. Now if you put that full-size spare in the cabin, then you run out of storage space, plus it leaves black marks on your seats and everything else. So without further ado, we are this is a rack I bought right off the shelf at Walmart. You coming down, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Maxxhaul. Or no, I did not buy this off Walmart. I bought this online. I forgot about that. I bought this off Amazon. I'm sorry. So this is the Maxxhaul for the long haul. Steel roof rack with the 150-pound capacity. So I bought this off Amazon. It was like 65 bucks, super cheap actually, which kind of makes me wonder the quality, but keep in mind it's only rated for 150 pounds, which is okay because that's all the roof on the van is rated for as well. So you don't need to go buy a 300-pound capacity rack for a roof that can only hold 150 pounds anyway. So this will work out great. This just says, don't poke me in the head. Our Maxxhaul roof rack is constructed from durable, rugged steel with weather-resistant finish to resist corrosion. Installs on most factory and aftermarket crossbars, and includes rubber gaskets to prevent internal rusting. Instant cargo space for vehicles with crossbars, easy to assemble, assembly and mounting hardware included. Attaches to most crossbars with easy to use U-bolts for simple installation. Rust resistant finish, and measures 46 inches by 35 and 7/8 inches by 4.5 inches tall. That's what that says. So let's build it. That back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Open it.
Open it. Whoa, what is that? Is that cool? All right.
Pull it out.
Yeah, let's pull it out. All right. My helper's finally got some energy. So we're going to go ahead and just pull this out. It's all zip tied together. So it kind of comes out in one nice piece, sort of. Put that on the floor, grab the instruction manual. That's cool.
Yeah.
Works. Cool. So we have instruction manuals. Always follow. This is going on your roof. You don't want it to fly off your roof. Looks pretty simple. Cool. Let's bust off these zip ties.
That one.
Can you throw that away?
Yeah.
So here we go. I'm guessing You don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure this out. I'm guessing it's gonna go together just like so. I'm gonna open this little hardware packet just to make sure we're not missing something. All right, what's this say? It says step 1, front of rack, middle section, rear section. These are B's, these are A's. That's groovy. Step 2, middle rack. We need to slide those rubber couplers. All right, so we got the 2 big ones. We're building it. Big ones go on top, like so. And then your smaller ones, just so you can see up close. We have one's definitely bigger than the other one. Oopsie, okay. So big ones up top, small ones on the bottom. Boop. We're doing it. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so we're gonna slide that in here, slide this one in here, slide this one up here, slide that one up here. You're gonna hold that? So that was step 2, sliding the couplers on. So now we're gonna slide the cage together and we can put our screws and washers together. You're gonna take your basket, line it all up. Okay, that one lines up. This one lines up. Okay. Now we are going to take your little screws and your rubber washers. Take a rubber washer, slide your screw over it. Okay, so here, you're just trying to get these holes lined up. Apparently, we need to flat it. Yeah, is that cool? All right, I don't know really how tight you're supposed to tighten this because the washer kind of gets flattened out real quick and easy. So, yeah, about that. So my first comment on the quality of this thing is these rubber washers. They're, you tighten the screw down, the washer just kind of plumbs out backwards, which 1, looks ugly, and 2, I don't really see how it's going to help because now it's not actually resting on the thing. 2, these screws do not thread in the holes. This hole is aligned perfectly, but you can't thread the washer in it. So kind of a pain in the butt. I'm about to say screw it on this. Just slap some self-tappers into it. Because when you tighten the rubber washer, okay, so the screw is barely in. Okay, I'm using 2 fingers to do that, right? And you tighten it. And it just kind of mushrooms around. And at this point, you can just peel that washer right off. This is kind of useless in my opinion. So because of that, I am just going to eliminate the whole freaking washer altogether because that's pointless. We'll just tighten it down as is. Same with this one. I mean, look at that. We just peeled it right off the screw head. That's stupid. So, negative mark on that note, but I don't really care about the rust because I'm in Arizona. I don't really perceive it being an issue. So we're just gonna go just like that. Just for the record, the instructions do show you using the washer with the screw to go in. So the next thing the instruction shows on each of these, you're going to take this sleeve and you're going to slide it next to the screw. So we're going to go just like so. Same with this one. If you can get your fingers around there. Oh, just butt it up against the screw. Now we'll do the other side. A little bit odd. So on this side, this bottom one doesn't even line up with the hole, but the top one does. Okay, this is where we come back to that one later. And let's do the other side. All right, yep. Plan B, screw this thing. All right. So we're having some technical difficulties with getting these screws to fit where they are supposed to. It's kind of annoying me. Oh, because this stuff does not line up. So we are going to try and get it to bite. There she goes. Not the way you should have to install that, but whatever. So, as we go, they're losing marks for quality control. All right, well, because these screws are super tiny and we lost one, I'm gonna use a 1/4 inch self-tapper because this is not lining up anyway. Voila, there we go. Should have just started with self-tappers. So anyway, move these little things over like they're supposed to be. Boop, boop, boop. All right, people, there's the basket. Oh, and there's that screw I lost too. Okay, so the next thing, you're gonna grab your new roof rack, slide it up, and you're gonna get a little step stool. Okay, so for your roof rack, mine, you just unscrew these thumb screws, one on each corner or one on each end of each bar. So you're gonna take these and slide them. I'm gonna go for that mark right there. And then this one we're gonna slide up. And go make the other side a little looser. And this one's no longer on the mark. Right there. So this will get raised up and it'll sit like so. And then this will go in like, I don't know. Okay, so we pick this up, we put the spacers on the rack, and we're gonna drop that on top. You're gonna take your U-bolt underneath, stick it up, and then you're just gonna take your little wing nuts here, get that one on, get this one on. And then, because my roof rack is curved, I want to bring this as far as I can to the left, to the outside, to get this roof rack as low as possible, which is going to be right about there. So now you can see that my roof line is almost flush with that, which just gets you lower, which is helpful. All right, guys, so you pretty much just do that to all 4 corners. Slap in your mounts, your plastic mounts. Sits up there pretty steady, pretty solid. You can rock the whole entire van in one corner, no big deal. So my thoughts on this, the Maxxhaul is cheap. 65 bucks is what I paid on Amazon. And it's very obviously cheap, but I'm happy for 65 bucks though. The assembly with the screws going in, I mean, yeah, they could have had better quality control with those, but it is what it is. They still all went in except the one, which I used the self-tapper. These couplings, full disclosure, I did read the instructions and they want you to put a high quality grease inside this rubber coupling. I did not do that. I missed that part in the instructions, but FYI, that is there. As far as quality of everything else goes though, you got pretty decent welds on all this. They just took the tubing and squished it, welded it to it, and then, so I mean, it's all right. They're not all boogered up or anything. So overall, for $65, I do believe it'll serve its purpose. I do believe it'll do just fine. I think these clamps could have been slightly better designed. The threads were messed up on quite a few of them and really hard to get in. Plus, once you take these off again, the threads are going to get boogered up here in this clamp, and then next time it's going to be just as difficult or more so to put them back in again. But overall, I think it's going to work out. So now you can either throw your spare tire up there, your luggage, whatever you want, up to 150 pounds for this vehicle and that thing. So both the vehicle and the rack are rated at 150. So right now that rack's probably, I don't know, I'm just going to guess 10, 15 pounds. So, you know, you can only put another 135, give or take, pounds in the basket tops. But, you know, there it is, an easy way to throw a spare tire or a couple duffel bags or whatever you're hauling. So I think it'll be good. If you liked what you saw today, make sure you leave a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button so you can see more. We also did a USB port inside for charging your phones. It's a quick charger. Check out that video. If it's not posted yet, it will be soon. We've done other projects to this van. We've replaced the suspension, a lot of the steering components, and the headlamps, a few other things. So stay tuned, watch my old videos, watch my new videos. I got plenty coming on. With that being said, guys, stay healthy, stay safe. Till next time.